All right. We are here for week 12 here in SCOR. This is Wally broadcasting today from, well, it doesn't really matter where from, to be honest, but we're going to give it a couple minutes here, maybe a minute or so, and let people grab the link, get in, ready for some racing here, as we're going to start out with SKs at Argentina, 10 lap race. Per the norm, everybody today will be using the consistency trait. Should be some exciting racing here. I know Hayden and Alexander and O'Sullivan right now are all within 14 points of each other here in the SK category. 4 races left here, and it's going to definitely be coming down to the wire. We'll see who can maybe open up a little bit of a lead, or potentially somebody can overtake somebody at the end of this week. So we'll give it a couple minutes, or a minute here, and then we will get rolling. Puff on these consistency tracks is going to be hard to beat. But Guthrie and Hayden both in the Mercedes climb up at the top of Puff and O'Sullivan of Hot Wheels Racing to take the front row. So to start for the race, we're going to be Guthrie on the pole, Hayden on the outside, Puff in P3, O'Sullivan 4th. We have a Bot there in 5th, Chicken in 6th, and his teammate Alexander in 8th. And that will be it for the users here in SK. Saying that, we're going to get right off to racing. So far, the Mercedes are looking to lead the pack around here. Chicken making his way up the grid, now sits in P3, trying to fight there with Hayden. Guthrie so far so good, but Chicken really is making a move and does. Overtakes Guthrie for the lead, and now is going to try and get through these S's, maintaining that. Throws in the turbo and is able to get back to lead the lap. Chicken sort of forces Guthrie to the inside line and on the grass, and is able to sort of fend off that fight, but Guthrie retakes the lead here. It's up by about a half second. Sort of sitting, waiting to see there if Sullivan and Puff can make a move here and work their way back up through this pack. O'Sullivan trying to work his way on the outside. Chicken throws in the turbo. A little bit too hard going into turn one there. A little bit of bumping and banging as well. And Chicken unfortunately took a little bit more of the heat on that banging than Guthrie did. Seems to be his place to use that turbo. It's heading down that checkered finish straight. Second to the last lap here, we got Sullivan making his move on the inside. We were watching that battle with Chicken. He was able to sneak through, and Puff is now trying to make a move himself, forcing Guthrie wide. Guthrie banging right out to the outside, pushing each other left and right as both Puff and O'Sullivan are now 1-2. Sort of the move that we were looking for there. And now we're going to see if these teammates are going to try and battle it out here for the finish. Coming to the start finish, and Puff floors it and ends up taking the win. What an interesting race. Guthrie and Chicken leading throughout the majority of the race to the last 2 laps, and O'Sullivan and Puff turned it on. Puff inching out O'Sullivan on the last stretch. So in recapping the results, we're going to have Puff winning the race here at Argentina, O'Sullivan second, Chicken third, Guthrie fourth, Hayden in sixth, Alexander in seventh. And I think that is going to be it for the human aspects of the users. Guthrie will get the point for the pole, and O'Sullivan, blazing time of 17.8, will get the added points for the fastest lap. So now we are going to China for this race. Right now we're looking at Carlin leading in the points, 122. Scud Muffin at 114. Stumpy Jones, the teammate, at 102. Crash Test Dummy at 98, tied with Jackson Sile at 98 as well. And that is your top 5. We're going to jump right into it once again. We're going to be using the consistency attribute today. So let's kick off qualifying. 15 laps here in the Formula 3 division. All right, so Scud Muffin's going to be sitting on the pole with his 33.27 winning time. On the outside of him is going to be Hastite. Third is going to be Rove. Fourth, Jobin. Fifth, Crash Test Dummy. Sixth, Sile. Seventh, Gosling. Eighth, Jones. Ninth, Kygo. 10th, Cuddles. 11th, Dimmer Artist. 12th, Shiftwell. 13th, Carlin. 14th, Toth. 15th, Steiner. 16th, Holmberg. 17th, Dion. 18th, Bot. 19th, Ray. And 20th, we have SquarePants and Ferrari. Get off to the race right away here, and Hastite takes it to the inside, gets the lead, and Rove cuts in even shallower in that turn, is able to overtake. And now McLaren leads the pack. Muffin sort of falling back a little bit there. Curious to know what's happening in that regard. Meanwhile, back up at the front, we have Dummy trying to track down Rove here as the conglomerate of the field is right behind. So look, Jobin tries to challenge Rove, and Rove is able to overtake. So far right now we have Rove, Dummy, Hastite, Jobin, Kygo, Cuddles, Gosling, Muffin, Sile, Jones, Shiftwell, Demar Artist, Toth, Dion, Steiner, Holmberg, Carlin, Ray, and SquarePants, bringing up the rear of the field right now. Some nice battles here up at the front. Ideally, we're now entering the pit frame of anybody on softs right now. So we'll not be surprised to see them going in. The question's going to be is, for them, I think, and we'll go try and see what the hards are at 6 to 9. But people on softs could hold off for another lap or two. They could then throw on hards and make it to the end of the race, but, well, we're not. See, and there's the difference. Whereas Rove went in, Hastite stayed out, Gosling stayed out on softs. Rove's coming out on medium, so he's probably going to have a two pit strategy here. Dummy currently is leading the pack, with Jobin sort of punting him out of his way there. Jobin smacks the wall. Oh boy. Well, it looks like that entrance in general is people smacking the wall. So hards to medium should, well, we'll see. Depends on how long they go on. As you can see, all these people on hards have stayed out, which is most ideal considering everybody else is pitting. Kygo still working his way around there, leading the race of Mercedes. These last couple laps are going to be the finicky ones for the fact that it's going to be right in between that pit window. Some should be pitting, some might pit. We really won't know until we get to the last part as Rove shoves Kygo out and takes on a penalty for doing so. Kygo will definitely go to the finish in that hard stop. I could see some of these mediums going medium, soft. So far right now we have Hastites taking a fast lap, 33.35. See there, Dummy having a little bit of an issue getting around Ray there on softs, and fresh softs for that matter. which is giving Kaigo the ability to sort of make up some ground. And Dummy is definitely going to try and finish out this race on those hards. And those are basically shot at this point. As you can see, the meat of that pack there is really starting to track him down. And you have to imagine that Kaigo's under the same circumstances. Rove gets around him pretty easily. Question's going to be is there enough time here for Rove and Jobin to make it up? They've been making up about a half second every fifth of their course, so it's going to tell here coming around this. Can they get enough speed coming up? Dummy is going to take your checkered flag on that one pit stop. All right, let's recap this here. So we have winning today's race, Crash Test Dummy of Hot Wheels Racing there in first. Jobin of Alpiner in second. Rove of McLaren in third. Kaigo of Mercedes in fourth. Cuddles, Hastite, Muffin go 5, 6, and 7. Sile and Abe Shiftwell of Mol KTM in 9th, and Demerardis in 10th of Ice Cube Racing. Noting there, Muffin does get the additional point for both the fastest lap at 33.23, and will get the extra point at for qualifying on the pole. In 11th, we have Steiner. 12th, Jones. 13th, Gosling. 14th, Holmberg. 15th, Toth. 16th, Carlin. 17th, Ray. 18th, Dion. 19th, Bot. And 20th is going to be Square Fans of Ferrari. All right. So now we will head on over to Formula 2. All right, so qualifying on the pole is going to be Ree of Maple Troop Racing, Popcat second, Driver third, Topolo, Pilgrim fourth and fifth, Savage sixth, Sinclair seventh, Gordon Jr. eighth, Duhamel in ninth, Curd in 10th, Bushlight in 11th, Carvalho in 12th, Skywalker in 13th, Trickle in 14th, Toast and Igo Quick of Mercedes in 15th and 16th, Azolins in 17th, Capeta in 18th, Smo and Shero round out the back of the field. Saying that, we're going to jump right in and just keep this rolling. Popcat tries to get around the outside, and it's going to be his benefit as it sets up for that third corner there. The driver forces 3 wide and pulls off the pass. That was a nice move, especially starting on those hards. Rhea is going to make it back to the line. Nope. Pilgrim is going to take the lead on the first lap. There's Sinclair going to the pits early to fix damage, what is expected. As this corner, these S's right out on the first part of the segment of the track have really slaughtered up some of this field here. As we're going to see Savage going in, Ree going in. We're definitely going to see Driver going in. And probably some others as we get through this. Really hadn't had this issue in F3, but this one definitely is going to see some shakeups here. One of the benefits, like we always talk about, is being out in the lead. You get to avoid some of that damage as we see Igo Quick will go in. Popcat takes a stop now, but I think that's going to be for tires damage, as he did start on softs, if I'm not mistaken. Right now we have the 2 Alpiners up leading the pack, and we got a field of 5 just stuck together. Both Alpinos going for tires. As Popcat assumes the lead now. Pilgrim making a move here. Gets to the inside. Can he hold off Popcat? Yes, he can. He takes the lead. Popcat in second, Savage in third, Carvalho in fourth. Popcat going in for tires. Definitely see it. Hards are starting to wear. You gotta imagine softs are. So that would be a problem. So my guess when it comes to that wall would have been the fact that somebody wasn't being allowed to pit and turned last second and then caught that wall. Unfortunately, therefore, lady driver, she is going to be beached the rest of this race. So right now we're looking at Popcat with about a 4-second advantage, 5-second advantage over Carvalho there in second. Second to the last lap here. As Popcat continues to try and work his way through this lap traffic. He's finally to get an inside lane in one of those turns. Alright, so for this race, we have Popcat taking the win for the 12th race of the season of Ferrari. Pilgrim is finishing P2, Savage of Maple Stroop in 3rd, Carvalho 4th, Topolo 5th, I Go Quick 6th, Ree 7th, Curd with the fastest lap, and will take 8th, Gordon Jr. 9th, Skywalker 10th. Trickle will finish in 11th, Toast 12th, Sinclair finishes in 13th, Busch Light in 14th, Duhamel in 15th, Bazolins in 16th, Capeta 17th, Smo finishes in 18th, Shero in 19th, and Driver with that DNF rounds out the field in 20th. All right, taking the pole for today's race is going to be Dadley of Hendricks in first. Venegas is going to be second. Mamiya in third. Angelic in fourth. Andrews in fifth. Bingo in sixth. Maldonado in seventh. Brooks in eighth. Simmer in ninth. Devil in 10th. In 11th for qualifying, we're going to have Distruc. 12th is Burkhart. 13th is Muller. 14th, Utah. 15th, Chicken. 16th, Von Salinar. 17th, Albano. 18th, Martin. 19th, Van der Weisen. And 20th is Johnson. right, so congrats to Burkhart for winning this race here for Formula One. Mamiya finishes second, Muller in third, Dadley in fourth, Venegas in fifth, and Helick in sixth. Driver in seventh, Simmer eighth, Utah ninth, and Brooks in 10th. Bingo finished 11th, Destruc in 12th, Andrews 13th, Martin 14th, Maldonado 15th, Von Salonor 16th, Vanderbeisen in 17th, Chicken 18th, 19th is Albano, and 20th is Johnson. Fast lap of the day is going to go to Mamiya, so they will pick up the additional points. And Dadley will take away the bonus point for qualifying on the pole. Thanks for stopping by today for week 12 of the SCOR schedule. Last week's going to be our last week of the season, so look forward to see some of these point battles come to a finish here, and we crown the S3 champions. Meanwhile, everybody have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.